Hi, welcome back to Wildcaught Vintage. My name is Randy. I'm the owner of Rockabilly Raven Vintage on Etsy. Here on my channel, we do thrift hauls. Everything from vintage clothing, home decor, anything out in the wild that we find to save for... Why do I keep saying we? Oh my gosh. I tried to do this intro 3 times. Gosh. I'm gonna have to cut it again. Alright, I'm just going. Go. Welcome back to Wildcaught Vintage. My name is Randy. I am the owner of Rockabilly Raven Vintage on Etsy. And here on our channel, we do thrift hauls. Today's haul is a fantastic and interesting find of things from a garage sale and popping into a little antique store here in our small town. So without further ado, let's get started. Let me show you what I found. Alright, so my daughter and I went for a walk and we happened upon a yard sale, and this very beautiful young lady obviously had sort of a cool vintage aesthetic. And so she had racks of clothes and they were like $2 or $3 a piece. And so I went up to look through it and I realized this girl really likes vintage, and for whatever reason she's getting rid of her vintage collection. Well, what I found out was she was getting rid of the vintage because she wasn't able to sell it. She had bought these pieces to sell. So, blessing for me, because I found all sorts of fun pieces. First thing I found was awesome little 1960s, very flirty, frilly mini dress. It is so much fun. It's got a really 1920s flapper feel to it. Has a really beautiful tag, and it is a vintage size 10, but let me tell you, seriously, is not a modern 10. This is a 6. An 8 if you're not busty. So, really fantastic. Got nice little straps. Has a little matching black acrylic zipper. So, super fun piece. Again, I found this at a yard sale. It's wonderful. Next, I found an awesome blue and white lace. See if you can see my hand through there. Can you see it? See-through lace 1960s dress. Really, really lovely. No tag remaining, so it's just a little mod, awesome mod, scooter-worthy little piece. Has its matching belt. We're on cup of coffee number 2 this morning, so beware. Great little piece, no stains, nothing wrong with it. Found it at a yard sale. It was awesome. She found some cute pieces. I'm sad that she wasn't able to do something with them, but I will take the blessing that I will be able to do something with them. So, the next little piece I found from her yard sale is a formal. It's very buttery yellow. I'm not sure if it's going to come up real well. It's got a sheen to it, as you can see, but high empire waist, little midi dress, really nice. It has great rhinestone buttons. Yeah, really beautiful. And a very nice little matching bolero jacket with faux fur on the collar. I am going to guess that this piece was homemade for a formal or a prom, but it's really well done. It has that nice empire cut up here with this long A-line. It's from probably the early to mid 60s. With the length on it, definitely. But it was a really great piece. And even better that she found the little jacket that went with it. It was a super fun little thing to find. So, also, at her yard sale, I picked up a beautiful, let me see if I can get everything put together here for you. A beautiful nightgown slip. Look how long this is. Ooh, so pretty. Very, very lovely. See if I have a tag left. Ooh, I do. It is from Wonder Maid. Oop, too fast, too close. Back up, Randy. There you go. Really nice, really beautiful piece. It says it's a size 34, so that means it's a 34 around the bust. So that is definitely going to be in the medium range. But it had no stains, really beautiful, really, really nice, sort of a nude, pale peach color. So somebody will really enjoy that. Next two pieces that I found from her yard sale are definitely still considered vintage, but they're a little more modern by my usual vintage standards. I found this great 1990s tank dress. It is lace. It is really long maxi with a matching belt. It's very simple. It's just a straight sheath cut. A little bit bias cut so it clings, but somebody's gonna love it for a really simple wedding dress. It's a really popular movement right now, is just simple, clean line wedding dresses, and I found one for you. So this is going to get dry cleaned, and actually all of these pieces, except for maybe this next one that I'm going to show you, they're all going to get dry cleaned and put into the store. When they're that small, I can't modify them so that they'll fit me. So the last piece is this awesome 1980s does 1950s. Oh my gosh. Every time I don't have the buttons done. I'm so sorry. Oh, buttoning buttons. I know you can't see it, but bear with me, friends. My son is at the kitchen table making noise after I told him not to. Oh my gosh. Yes, I had to do my buttons. Anyway, 1980s does 1950s novelty print silk dress. It is a 1980s size 10, but it's got a little bit of elastic at the waist, so it might fit me. But look at this print. It absolutely reminds me of Hermes scarves. I just think they're absolutely beautiful. Is that not the best? It's got nice big shoulder pads, which I do not need, but, you know. Here is the tag. There we go. Really beautiful. It has, again, that nice elastic high waist. Huge, very full midi length skirt. It has 3/4, almost bat wing style sleeves, but not quite, just a little bit fuller. So they are intentionally not meant to go to the wrist, which is good for really tall girls like me because I can never find dresses with sleeves that are long enough. But it's just a really fantastic little piece. So in all, at that little yard sale with my 5 or so pieces, I think I spent $15. I think I gave her $2 or $3 a piece for each piece. So I'm trying to think if I got anything else there, but I don't think so. I think it was just those clothes. So after we left that little yard sale, my daughter and I went down to our local coffee shop. We got a cup of coffee, and then we popped into an antique store. And I never find anything at this antique store. It's definitely more interested in doing primitives, and I don't do primitives. I love the mid-century, but you never know what you might find. And I found 3 really decent things. I'm saying decent because I have condition issues, but I think I can fix them, and they're for myself, so they're not for my store. Leaning out of frame, sorry. Alright, so I'm going to start with my home decor thing first. It's still in the bag. Ugh. So I found a set. Oh, how am I gonna? Oh, ring light. Found these canisters. Really great. Let me see if I can get close enough that you can see the really fun 1940s print. They're all in there. And they were actually weirdly like in a basement. They're all wrapped up in there. Not really at all rusty. Really beautiful. They need a bath badly, but all of them were there. And for the full set of canisters, which there were 3 of them, I believe, it was $5. So I collect canisters. I love 1930s and 1940s canisters. I'm starting to collect more that have, instead of a transferware print on them, that they are actually, it is part of the canister. I really prefer that. I like the fruit patterns from the 1940s, but this little sunflower, almost a black-eyed Susan pattern. My kitchen is yellow and red and blue. It's very primary with white, of course. So I just thought these would really look great in there. And for $5, I had to rescue them from the antique store basement. Oh my gosh. So I went to a booth on the top story of this antique store, and there were clothes in this booth. And in this booth, they had a sign that said, "That's 70s clothing." And everything that was in the booth was labeled as 1970s clothing. And that's fine. I don't mind when people don't know what they have. But I found a 1950s fabulous blue shirtwaist day dress. It's kind of a purple and lavender color. Hopefully the light shows that. Nice abstract. It is homemade. It doesn't have a tag or anything. Oh my gosh, this ring light. I'm going to have to get used to it. I'm really sorry. It has a matching little jacket. And what is awesome about this, does have a matching periwinkle. That's the word. This is periwinkle. Periwinkle zipper is that it has a very generous waist size, and it'll fit me, and the skirt is a little bit longer. So found myself a fantastic little dress. They wanted $10 for this dress. Never in a billion years would I buy a 1950s dress for $10 that's just a sheer little day dress with a coat for my store, unless it was an Emma Dobb or something, which is a really famous designer. But this is for me, and for me, for $10, sold. So, the next and last piece from this little trip is an awesome novelty print 1950s dress, not 70s, but very sadly it has got a huge stain on it, and I'm going to have to address that. So, here is our awesome 1950s beautiful dress. Look at these butterflies and flowers. Isn't it great? Ugh. So it has a lovely, I'm going to look down this whole time, metal zipper back here. Really beautiful. This one is not homemade. There is the tag. It is Basilia. Oh. Basilia. Very fancy sounding. Has a beautiful high waist. It's probably about a 28 or a 30. It's actually not bad. It might be a little bit bigger. But regardless, it has, can you see this? It has a stain right there. And then on the bodice, somebody liked coffee as much as I do. Can you see that? There's a stain on the bodice. So I paid $8 for this. Why did I pay $8 for this? I am going to cut the top off. I'm going to cut this whole top off. I will have to pull the zipper out. And then I'm going to salvage the skirt by taking the fabric from the bodice and making a high waistband. And then I'm just going to have a full, because it's a full skirt. I'm going to turn this into a full 1950s circle skirt for myself. I will have to, there are pockets on the skirt. I will have to potentially add in a tiny little gore to the sides. I have a tape measure, happens to be right here. Let's measure this baby. Let's find out if this refashion idea of mine for $8 is gonna work. All right, friends. So, I was right. It is 30 inches. The skirt is 30 inches. And my waist on a really good day is 34. On a less good day, it's 35. So I'm going to have to add a 2-inch band amount on the sides. If I can't figure it out, I will just leave the sizing as it is. Just to clarify, in case you're interested, do you see all the pleats? See if you can see them. In this skirt, there's plenty of room for me to let the skirt out because the skirt is gathered in. That's why I knew I would be able to get it. And maybe if you guys think that's interesting, can you see all the pleats? Maybe I'll take a clue from my absolute favorite YouTuber ever, which is Miss Evelyn Wood. If you don't know her, I'm going to leave a link to her amazing YouTube channel. She's a brilliant woman from Australia, and she is a refashioning vintage clothing savior, and I truly enjoy her beautiful spirit and her wonderful, wonderful refashionings of vintage clothes. So I will put a link down there, and you should check her out if you don't already have her in your YouTube feed. But if you think it would be interesting, I might make a video of how I refashion this. So let me know. Put a comment down in the comment section below and see what comes out. So that is it, my friends. That is my little haul from going on a walk in the afternoon with my daughter. In all, I think we spent a total of $35. Add in the coffee, it was probably $40. Again, the pieces that I bought at the antique store are definitely more than I usually spend, but they're for myself. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I am truly, truly thankful that you've spent a little bit of time with me today. If you like these sort of hauls, if you like refashioning and clothing and vintage style, please consider subscribing. I upload a video at least once a week. Now that it is summer, I am hoping to upload maybe twice a week. So hit that subscribe button, ding that little bell so that you'll know when I upload a video. And I truly hope that this video has blessed you. And I look forward to seeing you in the future. Have a wonderful day. Bye! That's destructive. All right. Let's see if I can. I do not like my head wrap. I'm going to go with it. Hi, welcome back to Wild Caught Vintage. My name is Randy. I am the owner of Rockabilly Raven Vintage on Etsy. And here on my channel, we do thrift hauls and all sorts of wonderful things that we find out in the wild that are vintage, that we bring into our homes, and as well as potentially, I'm just stopping. Stop. Hi, welcome back to Wild Caught Vintage. My name is Randy. I'm the owner of Rockabilly Raven Vintage on Etsy, and here on my channel I show you all of the wonderful things that I find out in the wild that why do I keep saying we?